Welcome back to the Hurrdat Sports Show live from Summit League Media Day. We've got UMKC's Dominique Phillips, grad transfer. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I want to ask first just about this event in whole and just your experience so far. This is the first time they've ever done it at this arena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my first time being in a conference media day too, so it's a fun experience, meeting new people. I'm also new to the league, so meeting all the other players and coaches has been nice.
Yeah, welcome to it. First of all,
welcome. Yeah, new to the league. You came from Grand Canyon. Like, what made you choose Kansas City?
The coaching staff, the vision that they have for us this season, you know, it being a whole new team, it was a opportunity to have one like last year, like one last bang type thing before, you know, I go into the future. I want to play overseas, so that's my goal, and my coaches stand behind me in that. So.
One of the biggest things I think that we hear about all the time, and I know it's just probably part of the process you've been through in your collegiate experiences, is everyone talks about culture, right? They want to talk about culture of your program. So when you go and you think about this is a place that I wanted to go, what was it about the culture that Coach Jackson Durrett is putting in at Kansas City that appealed to you? And how do you guys approach that every day in the locker room and outside of the locker room?
Well, Coach Jackson's very competitive coach, and I know she said that.
Oh yeah, she talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
We got that just a few minutes ago.
She's very competitive, but she's also like you have to respect her. Like, she cares about us, and we know that, and we care about her, and it's just like the mutual respect that we have for her. So the standards and the expectations that she has stays in our minds all the time. Like, it's easy. It's like it's natural. We don't have to force it. You know, we do it already on a regular basis in our locker room. Whenever we're hanging out as a team, like, we already know what she expects from us and, you know, what she doesn't want us doing or what she does want us doing during practices. Like, she tells us. There's no secrets. There's no, you know, there's no nothing behind the scenes. She bluntly tells us this is what she wants, and we get it done for her, so.
You're new to this league, so as everybody is trying to figure out who's who, there's a lot of new faces, both freshmen, transfers, etc. When people are going to pull up a film and they're going to say this is what they're going to get and this is what you're going to see out of Dominique Phillips, tell us about your game. Tell us about what it is you're going to bring to the floor. Well,
you know, I'm a 3-level scorer. I've been an in-betweener my whole career, so it's been like a 3, 4, 5.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah,
that's kind of how this works.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I've been like that my whole career. I can bring the smaller guards into the post and, you know, post them up, take the bigs to the outside, either drive, penetrate, pull up, or even my 3 is very strong. So I've been working on my defense a lot.
She likes defense.
She loves defense. And, you know, like, I feel like even the good defenders on our team are improved. Like, they're making improvements to their defense that's already good. Like, it's just she expects so much, so high of us that we're all stepping to like a next level that I don't think any of us has tapped into. So we're going to, and we're getting there.
Deciding to come here for your last year, you know, you want that big last year, going out the bang. You said, what has gone into that development in the off season that you want to improve and just really capitalize in this season?
Getting more consistent. Feel like me being a 5th year, consistency is key, especially with having the experience I have. Like, in order to be followed or even people respect, you have to be able to be one that can always get things done and can always, you know, knock down a shot when they have to. There's no, you know, question of, oh, will this go in? Like, it just needs to be expected of me.
One thing that I love that Coach talked about was the relationships outside of basketball as well. How can you describe, just in this short amount of time you've gotten to know her and the rest of your teammates, that's really stood out to you on the relationship end?
It was fast. Like, it was surprisingly very fast. As soon as we all met, like, it clicked. There's the coaching staff. We all clicked. We have 2 new coaches this year, and it didn't take much time at all for them to kind of be integrated with us. Like, we already knew what we were getting, and it was like they just moved in with us and was moving along. Like, that's really what it was. And the returners were great. They welcomed us with open arms and, you know, made sure we knew what the, you know, parameters and the standards were, and we just all fell in line with that, and it was great.
When you talk about experience, having been at 2 other institutions, starting your career at Nevada and then being at Grand Canyon, I think experience sometimes is something that you can't put a metric on it, right? You can't put a value to it ultimately. But what does that mean, and how does that help you maybe on the floor, even off the floor, whether that's in the locker room or with your teammates outside, just knowing that, hey, I've been here, I've been in this position, I understand, kind of teaching some of the younger players or even those that haven't been at the Division I level?
Yeah. So the experience part of it is like, the JUCO players that have came up with us and the freshmen, they have their own experiences of what they have done. I have an experience of being in college and multiple coaches, and it's all different. Like I'm not going to use the experience I have had at one school with one coach affect what I have here. Right. But I will use what I've learned from that to be able to, help these players, like, oh, you're having a hard time adjusting. This is what I did, and it's easy for the JUCO players that came up with us. There's not much adjusting for them to do. They're competitive players. Our freshmen, competitive players. And that's the one thing I think stands out about this team that I've been on is the competitiveness, it just runs through us. That's why in practice we're going 110%. And it's noticeable. If you come into our practice, you're gonna know it's
getting after it.
Yes,
right?
yes. We're getting after each other, and it's fun. It's entertaining.
Absolutely, that makes the time go by fast.
Exactly.
Because there are days when you're looking at that clock, going, "Please tick faster," right? But when you're moving and going, and that makes a big deal. When you think about the things you guys have done in practice, I know Coach talked a lot about defense, but where has the emphasis been on the offensive side of the ball for you guys?
It's really been on executing our plays, being able to come down and use what she's teaching us, what she's giving us to be able to get a bucket. But also our transition is so strong. We have, we're playing fast. That's our key to our offense is playing quickly. We have, people that can run the floor that are also big. Yeah. So you can come down the floor, you got 2 people, but this person is 6 foot and can post someone up. Yeah. Just throw it in and we get a bucket and we get back on defense. And, our defense is aggressive. So that's going to lead to us having steals to be able to go transition. And that's really going to help us.
Awesome.
Well, Dominique, before we wrap things up, we have 3 quick questions for you for fans to get to know you a little bit better. In the team, first one, anyone or you on the team have a basketball superstition, any ritual you have to do before the game?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really have any superstitions. I would say the songs, like my stuff is always chill. If I have something that's amping me up, I'm going to be on 10. Like, I need to be chill and composed. So that's one of the things that I like.
That was one of the other questions, pregame song.
J. Cole, Kendrick. Yeah, it's kind of hard to admit because people think you need to get amped up. I like just chilling.
You just relax.
Sometimes you got to be able to stay calm.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm 5th year. I don't need all the drinks.
Calm is okay. Yeah. Yes.
Last one. So obviously lots of road trips in the Summit League. What are your favorite road trip snacks?
Oh, okay. I like the little granola bars, the chewy ones. I love those. Goldfish. Cheez-Its. Those are my go-to, absolutely. And I always got to have it with either a blue Gatorade, not blue Gatorade Zero. It got to be the blue Gatorade regular one.
Okay.
That's the gas.
That can be a superstition, too.
You got to be full lead, fully leaded. None of that, half sugar stuff. No.
Well, Dominique, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck this season. We can't wait to watch you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.